That's interesting. The chocolate didn't melt. You know, it's funny. Before I took Professor Miller's food product development class, I didn't think a whole lot about the stuff I ate. I just ate it. That was it. But now, well, now I can't help but think about the entire process of creating a new food product. Of course, I've had a little experience at it, too. I'm just about to get my food science degree, and the job opportunities are already starting to present themselves. But hey, you don't have to take my word for it. My sister, Amber, is just about to enroll in Professor Miller's class. So if you'd like to find out how several young students are about to create a fascinating new product in the beverage market, just follow me.
Man, taking that food product development class isn't that bad. But that assignment we got today in class, that's going to be murder. I mean, how are we going to come up with a food product all by ourselves?
I hear you. We got to come up with something to make, a way to make it. And oh, by the way, make sure it has mass market appeal.
Yeah, and not only that, but when we were talking about drinks in class today, I started to get really thirsty. I need a drink somewhere, and fast.
Here.
You need Pocket Pop, the instant pop that fits in your pocket. Just add water and bubble your thirst away. Batteries not included.
Yes, that's it.
What? What did I say?
Pocket Pop. Just add water. That's it. That's our product.
That's whose product? Sounds to me like you guys just got Professor Miller's annual assignment, developing a new food product. I wonder if Amber remembers who completed that assignment a while back.
No.
Why not?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, this always happens. We can't do anything together, let alone work on a food product.
This is going to be great. You see, food product development is part of what I'm working on in my major. Could this be more perfect? You get to find out how the things you eat every day get from someone's brain into your mouth. While David talks Amber into this, let me tell you what they'll have to do to develop a new food product. You see, basically there are 5 stages to food product development. Let's go someplace a little quieter. Okay, in my food science class, we learned that there are basically 5 stages to food product development. You've got to decide what your food product will be, discover who's going to buy it and ways to make it unique, define what's going to be in it, develop everything about it, formula, flavoring, ingredients, shelf life, packaging the whole thing, which is a very big step. And then, finally, you deploy and give it a name. Then, this little product goes to market.
Hey guys, check this out.
In the food industry, at this first stage, you do essentially what our team is doing. Brainstorm ideas, discuss requirements, and determine feasibility for a particular product concept. These guys have decided their product's going to be some kind of portable potable. Say that 3 times fast. Their idea is a 1-serving instant drink. So, at this stage, we identify a consumer need and figure out how this new product can meet it. We discover how to make this product unique. Obviously, we have to figure out what we're developing and why we're developing it before we can ever get to how we'll develop it. So before anybody even touches a test tube, we start with surveys and other research tools to find out what people need, or think they need, and use that information to focus the product concept and target goals. That's going to involve some walking and talking. The discovery process is important because the food industry is a very competitive environment. Over 100,000 new food products are conceived each year. About 10,000 of these are introduced into the marketplace. Of these 10,000, 9,000 fail, and not necessarily because they're bad products. Sometimes they just don't meet a consumer need or fit with the trend, that is, what consumers think they need. Food fashions, like adding vitamin Z. Anyway, if nobody needs a new product or thinks they need it, nobody buys it.
Well, marketing really is a major function of introducing a food product. Last year there were about 12,000 new food products introduced in the stores, in the grocery stores, which also means there's probably 12,000 products that have been taken out of the grocery stores. But the market research is very valuable in helping look at the overall consumer and what exactly it is about that consumer that will make them purchase a product. You can see by our survey results we had a pretty even distribution. So this research is done in several different ways. Sometimes they'll go out and they'll interview people. A lot of times they'll give samples of food products to a group of people and they'll say, give us your feelings about this product. Do you like it? Do you like the packaging? Would you buy it? How much would you pay for it?
Kind of wondering, do you have any preference as far as drink products?
Now in this case, we're thinking drink product. We're asking, how many pallets can a Pocket Pop product please? And whose are they? So Amber's thinking it's for athletes. They definitely need to quench their thirst, and they might like something they can carry that weighs less than a hand weight. If our drinker is an athlete, there will be certain things we leave out, like caffeine, and certain things we'll probably want to put in, ingredients to replace electrolytes and carbohydrates. Can we put all that into an Instant Pop-type drink for the sweat set? What Amber's discovering here, besides the importance of a really good deodorant, is that this isn't a good idea for the athletic market. But that doesn't mean it's a bad idea.
I say we bag this.
Because?
Athletes don't want this drink mix.
They like the mix idea.
But see, they don't like carbonation.
Well, athletes don't. But look at the stuff they've got from the mall. Student types like the packet, they like the bubbles, they like the healthy, sporty, pick-you-up idea. So?
That's what I say. So?
So rethink your market.
I get it. We have met our consumer, and he or she's us.
Okay. A dehydrated, carbonated, healthy beverage for young people, not hardcore athletes. We're set. I think we can take it from here, Ed.
Well, what do you think you do next?
I was thinking I should get some lab time and work on a formula for...
Oh, formula. That sounds really appetizing, David.
I don't think anybody can come up with this thing all by themselves. The next thing we're going to do, and notice I say we're, is we're going to define. At this stage in product development, we define the key product elements. Got the concept decided and the consumer discovered, and that's going to help us come up with the general ingredient list. To get students to buy our beverage, how sweet should it be? What flavoring will have the most appeal? What are we going to fortify it with, and how is that going to affect the flavor? How thick should it look? What color do we want it? Should we caffeinate it? How long will it need to live on the shelf? How much time and money do we want to spend making it? These are some of the questions we'll have to answer. And I do mean we. It takes a whole team of people to develop a product.
Is that it?
I get together with our process engineers from the very beginning. I try to include ingredients into my formulas that are processable, that don't require any additional equipment. We may test a certain process or a certain ingredient if we think there may be some problems with it running. We usually run a test in the pilot plant just to make sure it's going to scale up into the plant. We develop maybe several prototypes here. Those products are produced in the pilot plant. Depends how big the test that you want. Is the sauce too thick or too thin? And things like that in the consumer test will give you answers that can help you tweak that product and improve it before you actually go into plant production. We have nutrients that degrade with heat and also flavors that degrade with heat. and we also need certain temperatures to make sure that they're actually activate and swell and hold water. So it's important that we monitor our process so we get consistent products every time.
So what we found out is it needs to be mineral fortified.
Right. Probably going with a fruit flavor to mask the taste.
It's going to be dehydrated and carbonated, but not caffeinated.
Because that doesn't fit with the sporty, healthy kind of thing we're going for.
Plus, we want to keep it simple. We were thinking 12 ounces, wild citrus flavor, and like some kind of lime green crystals.
That sparkles when you pour them out.
Excellent. Convenient, nutritious, thirst-quenching, plus a secondary sensory experience. It fizzes.
Think it's going to work?
One way to find out.
You mean we actually get to make this stuff now?
Uh-huh. We develop the product.
Can we really do this?
Do what?
Make it carbonated and dehydrated.
That's a piece of cake. We just funnel diluted syrup into a carbo cooler where we expose the surface area to carbon dioxide under pressure and refrigeration, carefully controlling the temperature, oxygenation, CO2 gas pressure, and packing speeds to achieve optimum carbonation, after which we undertake the dehydration stage, perhaps by means of a spray dryer or other similar device. Doesn't that sound simple? Sure it does.
And then we'll end up with adding carbon dioxide at that point.
Actually, the development stage isn't simple at all, but it's extremely important when you're trying to create a successful new food product. We're establishing the formula for this product we've defined. We need to assemble a prototype. So, to help out, we might benchmark. That is, take apart the competition and see what their products are made of.
Red 40. Same.
We undertake sensory analysis, using consumer testing for preferences on color, flavor, and so on. Can we add calcium without wrecking the taste?
And tell me if there's any
Is the flavor intensity enough or too much? Will milky sell better than juicy? Is it more appealing with color or without? Is the mouthfeel right for our target group? We have to see how these ingredients interact. What emulsifier is needed? That's the gummy stuff that helps hold oily stuff in suspension. What hydration rates are involved? You know, how fast does it combine with water? How long will it remain stable on the shelf? Solubility. All the specifics. We're balancing the technical realities with our marketing goals.
Spray drying is a technology that has been around as a preservation method for quite a long time, and it's actually used in many different food products or for the stabilization of many different food products. In the process that you've introduced, spray drying a beverage product, you would investigate this or look into spray drying as a technology that you would want to use in the development phase. So the spray drying process takes a liquid and it dries it into a fine powder, and it does that using hot air while the liquid is being sprayed in a fine mist coming down in contact with the hot air. And you end up with a finely textured product that is then shelf stable, and where the liquid product would last maybe 2 weeks and has to be refrigerated, a spray dried product can last 6 months to a year sitting on a shelf. And in that case, we do not have bacteria that will grow in a product where the water is removed. So then it becomes not only shelf stable, but a medium where bacteria will not grow.
Too sweet?
Too sour. Ugh. Too many floaties.
Here it is.
That's it? That's our product?
Well, we can't sell it like that. I mean, we've got to package it, price it, get it on the shelves.
Bingo! Deployment. You're starting to catch on to this.
Well, it's interesting. Go figure.
That's exactly what we do now. We figure the final details of the formula. The packaging, the pricing. Part of maintaining product quality is packaging, to keep it stable on the shelf. Of course, packaging helps get it off the shelf, too. And that's as much art as science.
Just because the drink is green doesn't mean the packaging has to be.
Yeah, but you see so many health products in green. Green says healthy.
We want it to stand out.
We want them to know what it is.
That's what the label's for.
Let's just let them work things out for a while.
That's groovy green flavor now, that is.
They have to finalize their choices on packaging. The most appealing look, how to label it, shelve it, and ship it, and stay within the desired shelf life parameters, which just means getting it out and sold or used by that magic expiration date. And it has to fit our price and profit goals. Next, there's the not-so-small matter of production scheduling, shipping, storage, and promotion.
What we look at is how the consumer is going to use it. If they're going to be heating it in a microwave oven, conventional oven, how big the product is. What we use is a tray film system that will withstand the vigors of a frozen distribution system being shipped all over the United States. We took a look at our business, and we determined that actually if we changed the size, the actual size, the face panel of it, that we could ship more efficiently. And there's different components. Some of those meals are 3-component, 2-component, 1-component. And so we were trying to design a new tray carton system to cover that entire line. When we look at starting from scratch, we also can look at shapes and things, and an oval works really well. It looks nicer than like a rectangular or square. And then we look at the different components, determine what kind of size they need to be, and kind of put in some dividers and make it look nice, and make sure it's going to hold up through distribution.
Also, they have to sell their product to the people who are going to sell their product, the retailers. But it isn't over when they've worked out the packaging, pricing, promotion, and production. They still have to think about the future. Every food product ever developed is a combination of the creative with the scientific. If you do it right, you have a product that withstands the test of time. And if you don't get it right, you end up with vegetable yogurt.
Ew.
Actually, it wasn't bad, but nobody could get past the name. Anyway, I don't think you guys have that problem. You just might want to think about your product life cycle.
Short. You buy it, you mix it, you drink it, done.
No, how long you keep selling it? I'd say a while.
As in a month? A year? 2 years?
Okay, 5 years. And in year 3, second quarter, we roll out a tablet version as a follow-on. And in the 4th year, we tweak the flavor with a stronger citrus top note and do a cross-promotion with a bottled water company.
Tell me you're not thinking of going into this. Well, what the hey? The food industry's getting bigger every year. We'll talk about your future plans later. Anyway, my point is, decide, discover, define, develop, deploy. And you just might create something new and exciting that succeeds. I mean something like a new food product. Guys, what about a liquid version for the terminally lazy? Or chocolate? How about a chocolate version? Or a cute little sugar cube? So that's the whole story. Well, almost. Now the real fun begins. Getting a high-paying, great job with the degree that I've earned. And let me tell you, I've got a lot of options to choose from. The food industry will always be an important component of the world's economy. Feeding the world's increasing population, making low-cost food sources consumable for people, and decreasing food-related illnesses are just a few of the challenges we face every day. And I've got friends who've become product developers, food safety inspectors, food processors, food chemists, microbiologists. The opportunities are endless. But it's up to you to make the choice. I've made mine, and it's about to really pay off. I'm going to grab another one of those. Maybe I'll see you someday in the food industry.